Well, happy spring, kindred spirits. Before I show you something that's happening here at the house, I just wanted to show you some of the greens that are growing here around the property. Spring has certainly arrived, at least slowly, and we have daffodils coming up, we have crocuses coming up, and a lot of other greens. So I'm very excited. These are miniature hyacinths that are going to be opening soon, and I have some larger ones that I'm going to show you in a minute. So there is a lot that I'm going to be enjoying soon. But let me show you what's happening on the outside of the house. During the kitchen tour and plans for the renovation, I mentioned that we were going to be residing the porch here. Little did I know that 2 or 3 days later, I think it was actually 3 days later, our contractor said that he got an opening and asked if he could start. So this will be sided, hopefully, all this week, and we'll be done, which blows my mind. I cannot wait to see that happen. They're getting ready to jack this part of the house up. And they're just putting some wood here to help stir it up, but that will all be gone. Welcome to our world. Don't let me stall you. I'm coming up beside you.
No, this is good. It's wood with nails.
Wow.
Once we get out down to this red jack down.
It's the next morning, and I thought I would just show you real quick from a distance what they've done. They still have some of the boards up that they used for jacking up the house, and in a moment I will show you a bit more. Well, the rain has stopped and the contractors are coming back today. As you can see, we have a brand new sill along the base of the sunroom here. And they started trimming in the arches. This excites me. Just seeing the white go up excited me here. And I think today they're going to work on the arch. They have another layer of pressure treated plywood, I believe they said they're going to go on the bottom here. Then the clapboards start, and then we have some window sills they're going to replace that had some squishy rot in them. Actually, let me show you one. I think I hear the truck coming. I'm going to grab my coffee so we're out of their way. I'll try to make sure Willow doesn't run towards them. Over here. It's funny, you can hear things coming from quite a ways down the road. But over here we have a sill, and it's really good to get this stuff early. Right here we have a sill that has some rot. This is a side of the house that gets beaten by weather. And we just want to keep ahead of the game here. You know, this is a house that we hope to be in for a very long time. And when I say that, I realized the other day I am definitely a house buyer. So I hope this is the forever house. I do love buying houses and saving them and fixing them though. It's good to know we have a nice fresh sill here underneath the porch. You know, yes, pain in the ass and an expense we didn't want to have, but when you go to an old home, we did expect to find some rot sill, but this one, it was questionable, and so we were prepared for it. And it's just gonna feel so much better knowing that this house is nice and solid and is getting a fresh start from us. I would normally say this is a problem, but not so much. The gutter was taken off on purpose. It's a very early morning. Willow had to go outside. I was up already, so that was fine, but I thought I would share with you how far this has gotten on the back. It is raining, but it's very, very soft rain right now, and it's kind of warm out, so I'm taking advantage of the quiet in the morning. But yesterday, the arches were finished and they put the key in the middle. Very similar to the front. Actually, we were joking that these look nicer now than the side, but we're not going to do the side over. But just having the clapboards started, it's such a huge difference for me visually. We have some painting to do. Ben and I are going to take on the painting project here. He'll go on the higher parts for me, and then I will take care of doing the grills here. For these doors and windows, I do have screen inserts that Ben put in last year and took out. So what I will do is paint these first, and then we will change them out for screens soon enough. But I am loving the change already. Can you see my vision? It's getting there, and a little bit more is done now that they've left than what you see here. The dog door is gone. They finished off the bottom. All that's left is we're going to paint it. So we have now found the third dumping site on our home's property, and I believe Ben found what could be this carriage that's in the photo, the horse-drawn carriage. You'll notice the wheel behind the gentleman here, and let me show you what we found. It's just pieces, but we're starting to kind of put two and two together, and I really do think this could be it. I wanted to show you what Ben found just off the back of our backyard yesterday while he was clearing some fallen trees. He came across what is part of an old carriage. So I started looking up parts online. I'm going to show you some of the pictures, but this is part of the spring system. Here's a picture I found online with the spring system, but notice the knobs up above. I'm going to show you something in a moment that I believe is also that. And I'll have to figure out some of these parts, which will be fun. And then there's part of the old wagon wheel. I believe that's the old wagon wheel. I'm going to see if it keeps going, but he cleared up some of this and then wishes he kind of kept them where they were, but it's not like we're going to rebuild it or anything. But it's so pretty. Look, there's so much detail on this. Looks like it used to be copper. There's no way of telling, but maybe this is the carriage that I have a picture of in front of the house from the 1800s. All right, so we have a wagon wheel there. I think I feel a wagon wheel starting over here as well. I've already found a little bottle, and just cleaning up with my foot, I didn't bring anything out. There's another bottle right here that I'm gonna try to get out with my foot. Yuck. But let's see what we got here. Ooh. Ha! Well, we might have to use this one in the tavern for sure. Too funny. Why would they do this? So many different dumps in the woods here. Yeah, all the more fun for me. Just gonna, what's neat is these aren't broken over here. So here's my completely made up scenario. Some gentleman was out here just getting rid of his wagon, and he had with him, let's say, a little medicine for the pain. He had a little snack in a blue mason jar that has a white milk stopper, and he brought himself a little hooch in his own drinking glass. What do you think? Does that sound like a potential? I think so. There's going to be so much more here, but I think I'll go inside. I don't have gloves. I don't have a shovel. I'm just sitting here playing with the heel of my boot, and the frame is on top of the wheel, and I just can't keep going. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun over the years finding stuff. Now I thought I'd show you just a little bit of work we're going to be doing in the dining room. We had the corner hutch that was just stuck in the center room that we're going to make the tavern. We had it there. I had movers here bringing us a sofa that I did buy, and I'm going to keep that a little secret for now. But this is a company we've worked with a lot, and they moved a lot of things around the house for me. And I just wanted the corner hutch here. I didn't put it in here when we first moved in because I was uncertain of things. So I'm going to have to go around and rehang some art, and I'm going to accessorize the corner hutch. But right now this morning I brought in the very first daffodil that bloomed. It was actually just kind of toppled over. I don't know if it got stepped on by an animal or what happened, but I'm going to sketch it. I sketched a crocus the other day. I put it in inkwell, and this daffodil is in a bottle that I found out in the yard. And I wanted to show you a paint sample. When people are asking about the paint color, I did find that the trim is very similar to a color called sailcloth through Benjamin Moore. And I'm just going to show you that here. And I'm going to get a sample of it, but that is super similar to what this mantle is. So I might give it a try and just see how it looks. And then I'll do the rest of the trim here in the dining room and the mantle, the sailcloth, and how appropriate that would be. Now stay tuned, because in a future video I'm going to show you that my believing that there was extra space in the butler's pantry is true, because we actually put a hole in the wall, the contractor put a camera, we saw their space, and then I asked him to make a bigger hole. And we do have some wonky extra space, but some of them are 2 to 3 feet deep that we're going to be able to make some extra cabinets. And I'm going to show you how they went about doing this and finding the space. Also, we're going to go on another shopping trip to the New Hampshire Antique Co-op in Milford, New Hampshire in a future video. And now that we have high-speed internet in our town and in our house, videos are uploading not in 38 hours, but sometimes in 3 minutes. So I will be able to create more videos for you as they are created. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And thank you for visiting my channel. Bye now.